Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So the overall market context hasn't really changed much since Friday. We know that the buy side has been dominant and in control. The Russell has been making fresh all-time highs, and overall we are in a more bullish market. But at the same time, ES is at an important inflection point here at 85.5 to 87.5, and we need to see strong upside momentum and continued broad market strength in order to have a sustained breakout above 85.5 to 87.5. Now, on the upside, there is no hard resistance beyond 87.5. At that point, it's really just about momentum and the volume situation on the day. Now, given that we don't really have any major econ reports, and so far the volume has been fairly light, it can limit the overall range potential in the market. So volume does not correlate to directionality, but it does correlate to the expected range on the day. And even in the event of a breakout, if the volume is light, then it's going to be risky to be buying the market at such a high price simply because there may not be sufficient reward potential on the upside. So that's just something to be mindful of. On the downside, we have support at 76.5 to 78.5, and technically the buy side can maintain control as long as we are holding above the initial support zone. A breakdown below initial support would mark a break below the recent 2-day balance, and that would bring the open gap at 72.75, the naked VPOC at 72, and the 68 to 70 support area into play, with potential to even test 63 to 65. So that's something we'll have to assess on the day time frame in the event that the market does break initial support. Now, the larger time frame bias continues to be bullish, so buyers can still be active at the support areas below. So our primary focus is still going to be on the long side, but all the while being mindful of trade location and the reward to risk. And we are going to continue to be a little more conservative and cautious on the short side simply because it's counter to the overall bias, and the market could simply go higher in a slower fashion or at a slower pace, and it doesn't mean that the downside has to pay a lot either. So today, heading into the open, like I said, the bias and the overall context is not really very different from what we had on Friday. The only difference is that now the market has balanced even more within a small range, and we are likely going to break either the initial resistance zone and make new highs, or we're going to break below initial support. It's unlikely that we're going to continue balancing in such a narrow range like we did on Friday. So today we probably will break one way or the other, and by default we are giving more edge to the buy side because currently we are in an uptrend. So those are the main ideas heading into the open. Let's see if the buyers can really step in today and take ES to a fresh all-time high. The Russell has been making fresh highs for over a week now, and ES could follow. Nasdaq so far has still been weighing on the S&P, but if we can get some lift in NQ, then ES can also push to a new fresh all-time high. And again, on the upside beyond 87.5, there is no hard resistance. The 96.5 to 98.5 area is just a zone where the range potential of the day would likely be exhausted. So those are our main thoughts. Let's see which side's really dominant off the open, and we'll take it from there.